Ciao, YouTube land and beyond. I'm Coach P with Crafty Creations. Today we're going to learn how to make a crawfish, and we're going to use cardstock or paper and a pair of scissors, and we need some glue. What we have is a regular 8 by 11 paper. What we're going to do is try to make this paper a square. So how we do that? By folding it halfway through like a sailboat. Right here, we want to even out the lines from one side to the other. Make sure that this top point is pointed. And what we want to do is keep our hands or fingers along that side, making sure that we run the other hand all the way down, making a crease. Now, here, the shape right here is like a sailboat. We want to cut out this bottom part right here. So when we open it up, it can be a square. So what we're going to do is we can take a pair of scissors. For this activity, you're going to need a pair of scissors and some glue. So what I'm going to do is cut along this bottom part right here. Okay. Now we're going to save this part for later so we can make the claws. So I'm going to put it to the side. Okay, now we open it up. Now we have almost a perfect square. Now this line right here, like I told you in my last video while we were making the plane, this could be called our center line, or I'm going to call this our line of symmetry, where the right side is equal to the left side. So I'm going to call this the center line. And we're going to use that line as reference most of this time whenever we're making the crawfish. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut out the crawfish whiskers, okay? So what I'm going to do is, okay, on this side is the closed end, and on this side is the open end. So we're going to leave the closed end on the left side and open end on the right side. So I'm going to take my pair of scissors, and I'm going to start off at the bottom of my open end, and I'm just going to cut just a little bit from the side. See, our whiskers don't have to be that big, and I'm going to go all the way up to the top, but stopping right before and curving in. It's going to look like this right here, okay? Just cutting from the bottom a little bit all the way to the top, stopping right here. So these are the whiskers. So now we're going to make the eyes. We're going to go in and cut the eyes. You can do the eyes two ways. If you have googly eyes, you can take glue and glue your googly eyes right here. But I'm going to cut out my eyes up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut in, take a slight cut in for about maybe an inch. Okay. And I'm going to come and do a semicircle. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Semicircle. Now, you can raise up these eyes right here. Raise it up. Or leave it like that. Okay. They're the eyes. Now, I can go back and cut just a little bit on the outside, meeting up at the top like this, so I can still see a little bit of the eyes. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to cut out a little bit and cut up to the end where I stop right here. And so that's what's going to look. Those are my eyes right there. Now, going back, I'm going to open back up. Here it kind of looks like stingray that's in the water. You see, or a kite. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold in. I'm going to take this corner right here and fold in, keeping this line straight with my center line right here. Okay. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to press my thumb on my hand straight down so I can make that crease right here. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I'm going to fold in, just like this. Okay. And I'm going to take this thumb and run it down, or my finger, run it down. And here I have a pointer at the end on both sides now. Okay, now it does look a little bit like a kite. So what I'm going to do next is open it up, open, and I'm going to fold this in back down. Okay. So now this is the closed inside and this is the open inside. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is cut some slits along right here. Whatever cuts you do, you try to do the same size cuts, slits, and so you can go all the way down. If you want to measure it, that's fine. If you want to draw it out, that's fine. Here I'm going to eyeball it and try to do it. I'm going to flip it over. Now this is the open inside and this is the closed inside. You want to start from the closed inside and cut all the way down to this line right here and stopping. Okay, I have the closed inside here and this is the open inside. And my eyes are up right here. So I need to remember whenever my first cut, I don't want to cut it too close to the end over here. So I want to go over about an inch, which is about right here, and I can do my first cut straight down on this side. So I'm going to demonstrate it right here, but I must cut all the way up to the line. So I'm going to pick my pair of scissors and I'm going to cut from the closed inside here about all the way down, and I'm going to stop right at the line. So I'm going to do another strip. I'm going to cut all the way down to the line. I'm going to stop. And my next strip, I'm going to try to make it the same width as this one. Okay, I'm going to just eyeball it. Like I said, if you want to measure it, that's fine. Next strip here. I'm going to do some more, making sure that I cut all the way down towards that line. And if it's not the same length or width, it's okay. You can keep practicing until you can get it, okay? All the way down. I'm going to probably do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, at this point right here, we're almost finished with our crawfish. Okay, now this could be a shrimp too. So what I'm going to do is open it up right here, and I'm going to fold these 2 papers back in again, and our crawfish is going to look like this right here. All right, and see, I'm going to try to massage my crawfish a little bit right here. Well, right now it's a shrimp because it doesn't have claws on it, see? So whenever I'm holding it, whenever I'm gluing it, I might want to hold it so it could keep its shape right here. What I want to do is kind of move my fingers and thumb along and kind of like a slinky, work it like a slinky about 4 or 5 times, okay? All right, and I want to go back. This is where I add in my glue. So liquid glue is pretty good. Paste, I don't know it's going to stick as well, but I use liquid glue. So what I want to do is, I don't want to go all the way to the top. I want to start about right here. And I do want to go all the way to the bottom right here. And add in my glue right here. We don't want to put too much. Okay, so when I flap this over right here, oh, I might need some more right here. So when you flap it over, it doesn't cover all the way up to here, so we just have to be careful right here. So when I want to keep my, right now it's a shrimp because it doesn't have claws. So you guys just made a shrimp right here. Now, it's gonna take a few minutes for the glue to dry. So what we're gonna do is try to hold this shape right here, kind of like a C shape right here or a U shape. So you want to hold it and keep it, or press it a little bit if you can stick your fingers in there. But what I'm going to do is stick my fingers inside and my thumb at the bottom, as you can see, and I'm going to try to let my glue stick in right there. So while I'm letting my glue sit and dry a little bit, at this time I like to make a shout out to all my kids at the Reach Institute, all the kids at Middlebrook Elementary, all the kids at ESA, the kids at St. Peter and Paul, Our Lady of Fatima, St. Pius, Cathedral, Myrtle Place, and all the schools in Lafayette Parish and beyond. So as you can see, if I let it go, it's almost in this place. Now, you can have your whiskers down, or if you want to, you can use this part right here and try to bend it up like this. Okay, now, as you can see, my shrimp is finished. Okay, and you can see the eyes right here. Okay, at the bottom, it's not sticking still. Now, I'm going to use the other part. I'm going to put my shrimp to the side right now and turn that into a crawfish in a little bit. I'm going to use this right here, this piece of paper, to make my tail and my claws. So in order to do my tail, I'm going to cut out maybe an inch off right here. Okay, and I'm going to fold it in half right here. And remember, this is the close end and this is the open end. We're going to make a tail. The tail is kind of like wavy, come out a little bit right here, and I'm going to come up and come up again. So if I open it up, this is my crawfish tail. And what we're going to do is glue this right here in a little bit. Well, let's try to glue it right now. Glue my tail to my crawfish, to my shrimp, to make it a crawfish. And hopefully it will stay right there while we cut out the claws. Okay. Let's see if it's going to stay. Okay. I'm going to move it to the side a little bit, and we're going to make our claws. Now, in order for us to make two claws, we're going to have to fold this in half. Okay. Now, remember, this is the close-in side, and this is the open end. And we're going to fold it one more time, because we want to make two claws. Okay. Now, this right here is the open inside, and this right here is the close inside. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a half of a claw. So I'm going to help you draw half of a claw in here. Okay, and you can cut it out. I can cut it out to where I start on this end, which is the open end side. Remember, right here is the closed end. And I'm going to make the little part that sticks to the side. And I'm kind of like start from the mountain, come down, make a little bubble. And I'm going to try to come up and make the claws, right? Okay, this is going to be my claw right here. So I'm going to cut it out. Follow my line. Right here. And down. Okay. Here, if I open it up, I have two claws. Okay. Now, I'm going to put it back, and I'm going to cut out some zigzag lines in the middle. Right here, I'm going to go up, just down, up, and down. And I'm going to cut just a little bit out on each side. And I'm going to cut a little bit down at the bottom, right here. And now you can see I have my two claws, which are exactly alike. See that? And now I'm going to glue it to my side of my shrimp, which I'm going to turn into a crawfish. So in my crawfish right here, if you can see the lines that is a little bent right here, what I'm gonna do is take a little glue and glue it to the inside, my claws to the inside. And we don't have to glue that much. I'm gonna just put a little bit glue on here, and I'm gonna just put it inside the crawfish right here. Okay, and this should dry fairly quickly. And I'm gonna use the other side, the glue. We want to put the glue out on the concave side and not the convex side. So we want to glue it in right here. And this is how it's going to look from the top. I could put my hands there to hold it in. See, what I did here too is I'm lining up my lines from my claws with the line from the outside right here. Okay, so there you go. Here's your crawfish. Oh, my tail fell off, so I'm going to put my tail back on. And I might let it dry a little bit. And there you go. My crawfish is sitting on my table. And it's on the claws, and that's how it's going to look. What I'll do is I'm going to take a picture at the end to let you see from the side. Thank you for watching. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, subscribe at the bottom. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's Coach P Crafty Creations. Thank you, everyone. This is the finished product. The crawfish sitting on the tail and the claws right there. Thank you for watching.